You are a little over 60 years old, and every morning it takes you several minutes just to get out of bed. Your legs no longer respond the way they used to, your arms feel weak or shaky, and when you ask what is happening, your doctor usually tells you, "It's your age, it's normal." But what if it's not your age? What if the weakness you feel is not inevitable at all, but the result of years consuming proteins your body no longer knows how to use properly? This is exactly what happened to Alicia, a 79-year-old woman from Colorado who could barely climb the stairs in her home without stopping every couple of steps, and whose family had already begun considering in-home assistance until, on the recommendation of her granddaughter, who is a nutritionist, she made just one change to her diet. She didn't eat more, she simply ate better, and in less than 3 months, her body began to respond. Her mobility returned, her lab results improved, and her doctor, surprised, asked what medication she was taking, to which she replied with an answer that left him silent. "None. I just changed my protein source." And here is the key that almost no one explains properly. It's not about eating more protein, it's about consuming smart proteins. Because as we age, we develop what science calls anabolic resistance, a condition in which muscles stop responding efficiently to normal growth signals, meaning you can eat chicken, eggs, or meat every day and still keep losing muscle mass. Not because you lack protein, but because your aging body no longer uses it the same way. And what's most frustrating is that most recommendations are still the same ones from decades ago. While the supplement industry sells powders that many digestive systems after 60 can no longer process well, and no one tells you that at this stage of life, you need to change the type of protein you consume, not because you failed, but because your body changed. Before we continue, tell me in the comments what country you're watching from and how old you are. I love reading them and seeing how this community of people who want to age strong and independent keeps growing, and if this information is helpful to you, subscribe, because that helps YouTube show it to more people who need to hear this. Now comes a truth that often makes people uncomfortable. Your muscles are not dying, they are disconnected, and observational studies in older adults, including analyses from universities such as Calgary, have shown that frail individuals and active individuals of the same age can have very similar muscle mass, with the real difference being the communication between the brain and the muscles, like having a brand new device that isn't plugged in, and what helps reconnect that system are certain amino acids found in very specific foods, not miracle drugs, but real food. That's why I want to share 7 foods that contain more usable protein than eggs, and that can truly activate muscle protein synthesis even after 70, 80, or 90 years of age, starting with lentils, which not only provide protein, but, when combined with brown rice, form a complete protein with all 9 essential amino acids, something ancestral cultures have done for centuries, while also feeding the gut microbiome and improving the absorption of key nutrients like iron, magnesium, and folate, which are essential for muscle oxygenation and reducing inflammation. The second food is hemp seeds, rarely mentioned but extraordinary because they provide complete protein along with omega-3 fats in a ratio that supports muscle recovery and reduces inflammation, while being easy to digest and unlikely to cause heaviness or constipation. The third is cottage cheese, rich in casein, a slow-digesting protein that continues to nourish your muscles overnight, and that, according to studies in older adults, improves nighttime muscle protein synthesis when consumed before bed, while also providing calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin B12. The fourth food is black beans, which in addition to protein and fiber, contain resistant starch that improves insulin sensitivity. A critical factor because insulin resistance accelerates muscle loss with age, and studies in older adults have observed significant improvements in strength and function after several weeks of regular consumption. The fifth is plain Greek yogurt, which provides a combination of fast and slow-absorbing proteins, along with probiotics that strengthen the gut. something essential because a healthy gut absorbs amino acids more efficiently. The sixth is whey protein, where scientific evidence is clear in showing that it activates the mTOR pathway and provides leucine in sufficient amounts to stimulate muscle in adults over 70, with observed improvements in strength, agility, and quality of life. And the seventh food, unfairly forgotten, is beef liver, a true nutrient powerhouse containing protein, heme-iron, vitamin A, B12, zinc, choline, and natural creatine, which supports not only muscle health, but also energy levels and brain health when consumed in moderation once or twice per week. As you can see, this is not about spending money on supplements or following trendy diets, but about returning to real foods that science supports as builders of strength, independence, and longevity, because if you are over 60, you are not destined to weaken or depend on others. Your body can still respond if it receives what it truly needs. And in the next video, we'll go deeper into how to combine these foods throughout the day to maximize their effect. Remember, your muscles are not old. They were just waiting to be fed the right way.